Howdy, howdy, y'all. It's time. Fridays with Frank. Why did it not do that? All right. Howdy, folks. Guess what? It's Friday for most of us still. You know what that means? It's Fridays with Frank. Audio level starts off good. Great! That's good to hear, Jason. So glad you. Oh, yeah, armrest. So glad you said that. So a message being relayed here. Hi, Tim, EOD Kaboom. So, Tim unfortunately had some internet issues, or is that what we're blaming it on, Tim? And his live stream was not the great. There we go. No, maybe? Come on. Audi. Yeah, okay. That's good. Yeah, Tim's live stream didn't happen today, but hopefully next week maybe he'll have things worked out. If not, maybe we'll work something out on the back end. I don't know. Tim, I sent you a half dozen ideas, so we'll see what happens. Yes, the HRCC 40 meter HF net soon. Yay. Yeah, have they even started? No, I haven't gotten a ping yet in HF, so they haven't decided where and what to do. All right, there we go. Let's see. All right, so before I forget this, let's see here. 5, all the colors. We're going to make it 2 hours. And start. All right. There's a chat has a goal. Can chat make the goal? That's the question. Can we go goal tonight? Yes, Saturday with Frank. Good day, Colin. How you doing? Usually somebody in the HF net thing will have things tagged by now, so I'm surprised. Oh, okay, so Evan didn't tag people. 1608 Central Time today, he said, "Hi all, an HF net will be attempted tonight. However, we have been getting 50 to 70 mile an hour winds all day. Not sure what kind of state my antenna will be in tonight. So there may not be an HF net, Dawn." Am I talking into the side microphone? I don't know. No, I'm not. Maybe I am. Yeah. We'll see. Where's Hollywood when you need them? I've been working on this all day, trying the thing. Wait. Hold on. I see that in OBS, but I don't see it in live chat, and I don't see it removed. Brian, I don't know why that's not showing up on my side. That is weird. Okay. Well, so I promised some people we would discuss this, and discuss this we shall. Why is my weather off there? There we go. FT2. Oh. Yes. Unmute myself in Discord. That would be helpful, right? Oh, hey! Daryl, is that the new ham from last night, Daryl? If so, congratulations on the call sign there. Yes, I know I pointed the wrong way. As Tim says, never point on green screens. Just the point. Yeah. So, Daryl, if that's you from last night, congratulations. on getting that Kilo Fox 8 Golf Alpha Golf. And, Don, I am technically on HF when the front-end overload next door doesn't absolutely obliterate me. Well, fantastic. Congratulations on getting the call in there. Great job. All right, let me get this pulled up. Where is it? Is this actually going to give me the right post? Yes, it is. Fantastic. And then I'm going to plus this up so that we can all read along together. Share screen. Top right. Hello, top right screen. I just did this last night. Why are you not? There we go. Thank you. So, FT2. This is from Joe Taylor. You know, the JT in WSJTX, okay? The name FT2 was first used for a ham radio digi mode in January of 2019 when Steve Frank, I don't know. It's Frank with an E at the end. K9AN, Bill Somerville, G4WJS, there's the W, G4WJS and I were exploring possible digital modes that might possibly become popular for ham radio contesting. So the FT8 and FT4 wasn't for everyday comms, it was for contesting. There's part number 1 there. In addition to time sequence modes like sped up versions of FT8, we considered asynchronous mode similar to traditional RTTY, but offering far lower error rates and much better weak signal performance. We implemented test protocols of both synchronous and asynchronous types using different original codecs and digital modulation, ranging from 2-tone minimum shift keying MSK to 4-tone Gaussian shaped GFSK. We tested these modes on air with a range of speeds, including full transmissions as short as 2.5 seconds, conveying 2 call signs plus a grid locator, signal report, or contest exchange. We explored the loss of effective throughput of each experimental mode on a wide range of simulated ionospheric propagation channels. This goes on and on and on, but the key part, and I am not dogging anybody here, you know, you do you, boo-boo, you have fun, you get what you get, okay? He says here, despite what you may have read, e.g., this innovative protocol was developed from scratch by Martino and the ARI Caserta team, the mode recently being called FT2 is nothing more than FT4 sent at twice the speed. Indeed, he uses quotes, FT2, offered by DG2 YCB in an experimental WSJTX I Plus version, uses the exact FT4 software and simply scales the generated and received waveforms by a factor of 2. So FT2, while it is the new hotness on the street, it is not actually new. It's not an innovative protocol. It's just FT4 sped up, and Joe and Steve and Bill all take credit for the FT series. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Joe and his crew. That's what it comes down to. So it was a nice idea, but it's not what everybody is making it out to be. That's the short version of what I wanted to touch on with that tonight. So, with that, let's see here. Oh, I know there's several net controls. Aiden or Matt will take over probably. Probably Aiden. So there you go. Let's hear. Instead of FT2, just go down one more number and do CW. We should rename CW to FT1, then we might get more people to do it. Dawn, I agree with you on the second half, but the first half, how much FT8 can you do, Dawn? How much FT8? Gosh. How much CW can you do, Dawn? Da 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 da. Hey, I can rattle it off. I know exactly what I said. If you couldn't follow, well, there's a. If you couldn't follow and you've been a ham longer than 30 years, you have a problem. Just saying. So, all right. Fridays with Frank. You guys know the drill. And Daryl, you're new, so I'll give you the drill. This is a Q&A session. You can do it in chat. You can do it in Discord. You can come in on Discord Live Voice. So if I come over here and right above my little neon bubble here, you'll see live chat and live stream dash chat. Make sure you set a PTT toggle and good headphones, so that you don't have that echo. And come on in and you can ask questions live. Yes, live, he says. Live. Let's see. Yeah, and we're connected to Discord, so audio should be good there. So, Don, you understood exactly what I just spelled out in CW then. But, oh. Brian, you caught me. Good job, Brian. Thank you for keeping me honest here. This is a ham week. Where are my notes here? Jeez, where are my... Oh, come on. Where are my frickin' notes? Brian, you caught me. It is a ham week, and I don't have my notes up. Let's see. Where's my notes? Where did Frank put those notes? There they are. There's the notes. Where is... Yeah, okay. Yep, okay. Oh, that's way too loud there. All right. Oh, boy. All right. Ham weeks, rail weeks, what about camera weeks? Jason, are people interested in that? I mean, yeah, I'm a photographer, but how much can... There is a vast amount of knowledge for ham and railroads, and with cameras, you can go, okay, there's this, and this. What else? There's really not a whole lot that... Don, I'm not going to name names, but you're talking about the wrong person there. Yes, I spell well enough to have notes and then some. All right, segments. Ham segment 1. It's Ham Term Friday. You know what that means. Today's Ham Term Friday is QR Mary versus QR Nancy. These are two of the most common terms you'll hear when people talk about interference on the air. QR Mary is interference from other stations. So, say you're doing a POTA activation and you go QRZ and you hear this pile up, and then somebody comes back and you answer them and they go, by the way, you got some QR Mary on you. That means somebody is jamming you. Yes, QR Mary is basically you're being jammed. It's interference from other stations. Whereas QR Nancy, QRN, is interference from natural sources. Now, this is where it gets tricky. QR Mary can be another station transmitting on top of you, as I said, a jammer, a contest pile up nearby, because we all know the contest weekends get pretty crazy, overlapping signals on a busy band, or, the annoying power line noise. That could be QR Mary as well. Whereas QR Nancy is lightning crashes, static from storms that can be hundreds of miles away, thousands of miles away even, or just plain old atmospheric noise. You can tell when the sun is doing stuff just by listening to the airwaves. Let's see. So, y'all can hear that. That is QRN. Well, actually, it's front end overload, but it's QR Nancy from my annoying neighbor. So, there you go. If it's another ham, that's causing the noise, QRM. If it's Mother Nature, it's QRN. Sometimes you'll hear operators say, lots of QR Nancy or QRN tonight, which usually means there's storms somewhere nearby. Then that's making it very noisy for them and hard to hear things. So that is your ham term of the day. Now, let's see. Yeah, Lee, I gotta go with Brian here. It's a matter of preference. They're both good. QR Mike or QR November. Yeah, but nobody. So that's the thing, Jason. When it comes to QR, Q codes, nobody really uses the proper phonetics. You'll notice they'll always say, yeah, you got QR Mary on you, or you got QR Nancy on you, or, anything like that. We're not going to get into the whole QRZ versus QRZ thing because, well, I'm a gentleman of higher planes, and I say Z. It's not Z. It's not Zulu. It's Z. I'll leave it at that. All right. Your Mythbuster of the week, and this one's gonna step on some toesies here. Digital modes are cheating. I'm sure someone's heard some variation of that, and it's been like nails on a chalkboard for you. This comes up constantly, though, in a lot of the debates. Then again, so did SSB and AM and FM and RTTY and all the other things. But digital modes, we're talking specifically digital. And this is why I talked about the FT modes earlier. Some people say digital modes like FT4, FT8 are cheating or not real radio. But that's not really accurate. Digital modes are just another tool of communication in your toolbox. They're not a replacement for something. Granted, before you all get on me, granted, yes, FT8 has become the popular mode of communication. It is not a replacement to SSB or CW or PSK31 or RTTY. It is another tool to have. It's as great as SSTV is. Just saying. They allow communication, they being the digital modes, of course, allow communication in very weak signal conditions. There are times lately with my front end overload where I don't hear FT8 or CW, or I'll hear one or the other. Let's see. Explain that logic that digital modes are cheating. How the heck is one supposed to deal with low signal strength or an S7 noise floor? I'm getting there, Brian. I think I'm going to have the answer for you here in just a second. So they allow communication in very weak signal conditions, as I said. They're extremely efficient for propagation research and DX. You can sit there and see, with the help of PSK Reporter, grid tracker and the online spots which pull from PSK Reporter, etc., you can see where you're getting out to, how strongly you're getting out to, etc. That's how it helps with propagation research. You can go, oh yeah, this area I'm hitting, but that area I've never hit before. Why am I hitting that area now and I haven't before? So you have that. Now here's where I think I answer your question, Brian, or your question statement. SSB voice often requires signals around minus 10 dB or stronger, whereas FT8 can decode signals around minus 20 dB or lower. So with that S7 noise floor, FT8 can get minus 20 dB below that S7 noise floor, whereas SSB, unless somebody's running a huge amplifier, lots of power, 1500 watts, straight out the end, and everything's perfect on their end, you're not going to hear them. So that's where FT8, FT4, etc. can shine in this mode, and that's why digital modes aren't cheating. That means, you have a really bad solar storm day, or, like my front end overload. I'm not going to hear signals right now. Let's see. It's probably a little too early for 40, and it's too early for 40. But I can show you. Which screen is it? It is this one. That's 20 meters right now. Okay? That's 20 meters at my QTH right this second. But if I were to bring up the HF SDR that's, not horribly far away here, you'd be amazed at, you probably already hear that. Let me turn that down. Let's just go 14.3, and then I'll zoom out just enough so that we can see the band a bit. And I will flip over. So this, take a mental image of this. This is 20 meters for me right now. But if I were to come over here, this is 20 meters at KPH, which is not more than 30 minutes away. Look at all those signals. I see stuff right on SSTV. There's, something down there about 240, 280, 290, 14260, 14340. My waterfall over here should be looking exactly this. Oh wait, there's a signal, but that's all. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button, Frank. So this is where digital modes would shine. Is I'm not hearing any SSB right now, but I probably have. Let's see. I doubt it, but oh, I do. I could work FT8 right now if I wanted to. Not a problem. Nice, strong, easy signal, right? Yeah? Okay. So, there you go. So, it's not cheating. It's using modern signal processing. Ham radio has always evolved. Spark gap, AM, SSB, satellites, digital. Digital for today is just the next chapter in advancement for ham radio. So that is your ham mythbuster of the week. Now, next one. Why your signal died. And this one I geared specifically for my setup. You guys ready for this one? Why your signal died. Local noise sources. Modern electronics. All right, Jason, I better not hear you on SSB or CW then. Just saying. This is one of the biggest issues in modern ham radio is modern electronics. One of the biggest reasons signals disappear or bands sound terrible is usually local electronic noise. And I even have something to show you. We all have these in the house. We probably have too many of them in the house. Meet your modern electronic noisemakers that ruin HF radio for you. Every last little power brick you have makes some sort of noise for HF. Now, it's not just these bad boys. You also have LED light bulbs, phone chargers, laptop power supplies, solar inverters, cheap switching power supplies, these things, and plasma TVs. I learned that one the hard way. The symptoms you can describe. Your S meter's sitting at like an S9 noise floor. Yeah, that's just point blank. That's you got something wrong, and that's where Frank Something Else on Thursday nights comes into play. How can we fix your shack or make your shack perfect the first time around so that you don't have all these noises? Buzzing or hash across the band, noise that appears when a device is turned on. Okay, Pepe, I will get to that in just a minute here. Let me finish up with the segments and then I will answer that for you. Noise that appears when a device turns on. There are a couple devices still here in the studio that have these charging bricks to them, for lack of a better term. Power bricks, charging bricks, whatever, that I have to take out of line and get replaced. Because ideally, at the end of the day, this is... output is 12 volts at 1200 milliamps. Little tiny bit of power. So I just switched them over with fuses in line to the power supply, and they run great. Practical troubleshooting tips. This quick, easy way to check things out. Turn off all the circuits in your house. Just shut down the whole house. Put the HF radio on a battery backup. You know, put it on a physical LifePro 4 or whatever battery, and make it work that way. And then flip those breakers on one at a time. You can also walk around with a portable shortwave receive radio. They usually pick up HF. I actually... let's see. This is what I use. It's the Sangean ATS 909X. It receives shortwave, long wave, medium wave, FM, and of course HF. So I use this, and I figure out where my where the RFI is coming from. Use ferrite chokes on noisy devices if you can't replace the cable. Oh boy. Tim, give me a minute. We'll cover that. Stand by if you can. Move the antenna further away from the house if possible. That's the last point I will make with that. So now, your RF safety minute, and I'm literally going to make this very quick because I see two questions here that I want to get answers. proper station grounding. That's the topic. Keep it practical and approachable. Lightning protection, RF stability, reducing equipment damage, and preventing RF feedback. That's the big one. Bond all equipment together. Use a single station ground bus if possible. Bond that to the building ground system. And use lightning arresters on coax runs. Grounding is about giving electricity a safe path to follow that doesn't damage your equipment. And that is your RF Safety Minute. Literally that simple. All right, Pepe. So, I have the Super Chat goal set, and no one has to participate in it. No one has to. I have that up there so that if you want to, you can. What I will do is if we reach that goal, I pause ads. All ads get paused. And there will be no ads on the stream. That's what that comes down to. So it is just a fun thing, there's no pressure, no obligation, no nothing. You do what you want. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to help. I'm here to Q&A or whatever the live stream is. If you super chat, you super chat. If you don't, you don't. I'm not here for money, Pepe. I'm 100% not here for money. Never have been, never will be. I just set the goal automatically because some people do like to help contribute, and if the goal is reached, I pause the ads because as a YouTube creator, once we hit the proper monetization steps, and I've hit them, we can do that. So that's I hope that helps answer the question. And what will I do? What will I invest the earned amount? Put it back into the streaming. Put it back into the videos that I have piled up working on editing. It'll go back into that sort of stuff. That's where things go back to when things happen. And it takes a while for the ball to be rolling with that. Now, Tim, EOD Kaboom has a question, and Tim, I'm sharing this so that we can get input answers too. Which one do y'all think would be better for Tim? Let me actually turn off the Discord. Which one do y'all think would be better? The AMD Ryzen 7-8700 with RTX 5060 and 32 gigs of RAM with Windows 11, or the Intel Core i5 with basically the same specs all the way down? I have my answer. I want to see what chat has to say about it real quick. So, chat, what say you? Which one of these would you go for? Okay, Brian says the Ryzen 7. Daryl says the Ryzen 7. Hollywood says Intel for the win. By the way, hi Hollywood. How's the microphone? Mark says the Ryzen 7. And Jason, you have a good point. The Ryzen 7 has twice the RAM, but I would presume these are desktops because that's what Tim and I were talking about. And well, it says desktops on them. Let's see. Let me just. Yeah, it says desktops on both. So it would be. There we go. On desktops, the RAM is much easily upgradable. Acer is better than my, so that's Intel for Andy. So Jason has a good point here, Tim. Go for the memory. Just think about those Chrome tabs. That is a good point. So, Tim, hopefully that answers your question. Let me know in chat. I hope you're still in chat. You better still be in chat. So, it sounds like the Ryzen has it. And Pepe has a good answer. 32 gig of RAM is more important than choice of CPU. If it were up to me, Tim, if it were up to me, and seeing that they're basically, 99 cents off, that's just ridiculous. I would go with the AMD Ryzen 7. I would absolutely go with that. So, Brian, here's the thing. This is going to be used as his streaming computer. And I don't think he's ready to get Linux going with streaming yet. We'll see. Oh, wait. He added one more. Hold on. He added one more, but I don't think it really... the third option. The Ryzen 7 7700 with a 5070 and 32 gigs. I would still go with the first Ryzen for 1200. Dawn, are you going to buy it and send it to Guam? If not, no. Oh, boy. So, Tim, let me know. I don't see you in chat, so I'm going to have to privately respond to you here and tell you to watch the stream. Oh, you are watching. Okay. Perfect. There you go. Go have fun. He says Ryzen 7 it is. So, he's getting it, folks. All right. Cool. So we helped Tim out. So, yeah, part of the problem with Tim's setup was, well, it's rainy, overcast in Guam today, and the Starlink wasn't too happy. And then he's like me when I first started out. I was working off a laptop with 16 gigs of RAM. And if y'all been here a while, you know what those original live streams were like. So he's doing the upgrade. Oh, good, you are here. Okay, so you obviously, because I saw your message, you heard everything. And then Jason says, this doesn't count for a lot, but personally he trusts the name MSI a little more than he does Acer. Okay, well, to each their own. But yes, yeah, go with the first Ryzen, and yeah, cool. Colin, I don't know if Lenovo is an option, but based on what was given here, I think those are the three options he was going for, and that's what we're going to go for. So, HP, my laptop. Let's see, where is it? Actually, no, y'all don't get to see behind the green screen. Sorry. This right here, it's an HP. Jeez, I can't even read it. Where is it? The TPN C126. I think that's the, yeah. This thing right here was my first streaming laptop. And yes, I have all the fun stickers on it. I still use it out in the field. I still use it out in the field, but it's not as heavily used as it had been. Oh, Jason, trust me. If I could, that's what I would suggest. I would suggest the latest and greatest Apple every single time, without a doubt. Yeah, I would avoid the laptop side, Tim. Avoid laptop side at all costs. I think you already know that, though. So I'm not too worried about you making a decision there. Well, let's see here. All right, so I covered the ham segments of the week. Um, Helped Tim out here. All right, questions, Q&A. Let's do it. Let's do it. 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 Do it right now. Who has questions? Tim, there you go. He doesn't do Apple due to his line of work. Fair enough, Tim. And of course, Colin is apple sick. Well, Colin, that's what you get for eating the green apple. You always got to have the Gravenstein red apple. Come on. You should know better. Oh, jeez. Who's... Oh, apparently some clown has packet turned on going over ICW. That's the repeater we host the NorCal Swap on when we had the NorCal Swap. Yeah, you never forget your first car. Today it's you never forget your first laptop. No, actually, Hollywood, today it's not even you forget your first laptop. Today it's I I can never forget my first phone. Ugh. And yes, we are still just all lads. Absolutely, Jason. I may be 37, almost 38, but brain says 14. Rest of the body, let's see here. 48. The leg version of this is like 72, and right here is like 63 right now. So, yeah. Oh, you never needed the license at the age of 50 to do that anyway, Jason. You automatically do. You're given that the moment you turn that age, you're given that no matter what. So, 37 acts like a 15-year. Well, no, I don't act like a 15-year-old. I think like a 15-year-old sometimes. See, Josh has it right. Joshua has it exactly right. 43, still a teenager mentally, though. He doesn't know why he can't. Because, Joshua, I have it for you. You don't know what. You don't know why you can't act your age? Because you've never been this age before, so you don't know how to act. Big brain thinking there from Frank. Alright, my timer went off a little early. I'll be right back, but I'll leave you with that comment. Yeah, that's some big brain thinking there, Josh, isn't it? You know, I don't know how to act. I've never been this age before. Even even 300 some odd days into the year of the age, still don't know how to act that age because you've never been that age before. Even though you've been it for the last 300 some odd days. Never had it before. Oh, so he actually did release the codec or the code for it, Colin. That's good to know because a lot of people were very upset about that. So yeah, good to see that going on. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Why are some countries such an ordeal to get a reciprocal ham license to operate while on vacation? Colombia is one example. Because sometimes countries are just stubborn, Brian. It has to be jump through 13 million hoops to make one thing happen, sort of thing. It's not just ham radio that has that. You would think getting a passport would be easy. Not always the case in some places. So it's just the way they decide to make it. You would think ham radio would be the most reciprocal bit of licensing ever throughout the whole world. You would think. Apparently not. Hey, John, good to see you in there. Oh, that's a link to all versions. As you told him, keep the latest crashing on Windows. Oh, it's still crashing for you? Okay, so he hasn't fixed it in the last 22 hours. I had to think about that for a second. Because it's only been about 22 hours since we talked about that. So in Colombia, you have to be on VHF, UHF for 2 years before taking their test for HF. That is so weird. So here's my hot take on this. And I know a few others that would agree with me, and a lot of people that would disagree with me. Here in the US, for example, and it seems like Colombia might do similar um, to a degree. Technicians have everything from 6 meters up into the gigahertz range with no power limits, which one could argue is a very dangerous thing versus giving them more access to HF, for example, where, yeah, you have 1500 watts, no power limits here in the US for that, but you're on the HF bands where if you key up and you're touching the coax, you just get a nasty RF burn. Whereas, let's say on UHF or 33 Sims or, higher up into the gigahertz range, you stand in front of that dish and, well, your brain becomes mush, right? And other parts start to bubble and problems exist and get created and whatnot. I think, now chat, tell me if I'm wrong here. I think technicians should have more access to the HF bands and less access to the higher bands, like up into the gigahertz and up at 900 megs and 1.2 gigs. They should be power restricted so they don't melt themselves or others. And melt is a proverbial, is a in quotes. I know you're not literally melting yourself, but you can do some damage. So yeah, see, Hollywood gets it. UHF and up is much more dangerous to flesh heating. Absolutely. So Daryl, since he got his new license, you have HTs that can get on 2 meter and 70 centimeter. Great. You have a Zygoos 6100. Need to get an antenna tower or mast up yet. What HF band should I be looking at and what antenna? Daryl, great question. And that is a loaded question. I can give you 3 answers, and chat would probably give you another 3 answers per person. What my first question, and you don't have to go into too much detail. How much room do you have to work with? If you don't have a lot of room, I can give you one antenna suggestion. If you have a lot of room, I can give you another antenna suggestion. And then there becomes the price point, how much you want to spend. So, and as Josh says, 20 is your main band. Yes, but if you can get a 40-meter antenna and set that up, you get the harmonics. You get 12, 15, and 10. Oh, good. I'm glad you know it's subjective. Okay. So, yeah, as Brian said, what's your budget and how much room do you have? Because if you have a little bit of room, I can give you one antenna. If you have a lot of room, I can give you another antenna. It all depends. You know, the everlasting ham radio answer. It depends. Josh, I would almost disagree with that. Yes, 20 meters is popular. It is not where you're going to make contacts day in and day out, though. I would argue, and I'll bring up my own QRZ page, and I will filter stuff here. But I would argue I probably have more contacts on non 20-meter bands than I do on 20-meter band, on the 20-meter band. So while we're waiting for Daryl to come back with his answers, I will bring this up here. So we're gonna do this live. I have just over 20,000 QSOs in the books, okay? New filter. We're going to go, my band is 20. Add roll. 9,287 QSOs on 20 out of 20,000 QSOs. Just under half by a little bit. I would say probably about 43% of my QSOs are 20 meters, but I would argue, and of course that's mostly FT8 right now, but there are a handful of sideband in here. Quite a bit of sideband actually. Why are they listing 07? Okay, there we go. I hadn't caught up, but I would say 20 meters is the less worked band. But that's just me. So I'll be honest. That's just me. Pepe, I do not know if Rob is doing a late shift tonight or not. I did reach out to him in our coordination group to see if he was, one, feeling better, and two, doing anything tonight, and he has yet to respond. And I do not see anything late shift related posted yet, but I have been paying attention to it. So as soon as I know, Pepe, I'll let you know. So you live in a small town with a small lot for a yard, have young kids, so it's limiting. Okay. Oh, Daryl, I can easily keep you under $1,000 for the antenna. I can easily keep you under that. How good are you good at soldering and putting stuff together? That's going to be my last question, and that will determine what way I go giving you antenna suggestions, because I have a handful of antenna suggestions I can give. Okay, a dipole would be great on a wooden fence. That is probably about 10 feet off the ground, so it's not height optimal, but it will work. Don't let anyone tell you it won't, because it will. I have done that before. But are you good at, like, I'm not going to say putting Legos together, but oh, you're an electrician up. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, if you don't want to do the dipole and you want something easy, I'll have to find out what their email is. But Daryl, send me. Okay, let me hold on. I'm going 13 different ways from Sunday here for you. Oh, Hollywood has an idea. Make a doublet. Those are some pretty nice antennas. If you don't want anything, let's see here. I'm just gonna. I'm doing it the lazy way tonight. um. Okay, Daryl, do you think you can get 74 feet along your fence? Do you have 74 feet worth of fence? Or even 40 feet? Because so, a couple in-fed half-waves I'm thinking of. Hollywood did suggest making a doublet. There is a vertical antenna that I could suggest, but getting you linked up, you would have to join my Discord, and then I could tag you and the people that make it, or send you their email or whatever. Uh, Andy for the doublet as well. Call in, make a homebrew DX Commander vertical. So the DX Commander was the vertical I was thinking of that you could do. It's literally vertical. That it takes up footprint about yay big. You know, what, like 12 inches squared, right? It's small footprint on the ground, and it goes straight up. And one of them requires no guying, no guy wires at all. It requires radials on the ground, but if you have like the cornered lot that you can keep the kids out of, you can do that. Doublets are great, as Hollywood has said. Um, yeah. Okay, so let me. Where's the? Here we go. No, I don't want the quad version. The quad version is way too. No, that's the 10-meter only version. Come on, where's my multi-band that I was looking at? I got distracted in trying to get chat going there. I stopped looking for the antenna I was looking for you here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with the page 1 suggestion. It's an okay antenna. It works. It's a little long, but I'll show it to you first here, and then I'll drop the link for it. It's an in-fed. It goes up to 40 meters, well, down to 40 meters. It goes down to 40 meters. It takes 100 watts on sideband and 25 watts on CW and data modes. And it's only 66, wrong highlight. It's only 66 feet in length, and it's $100. So I will drop this for you here, Daryl. That's one of them. Here, I'll bring up. Now, this one, I will say it gets a little pricier, okay? And I'm going to sort this from low to high price, which means we're going to get all the side supplies first, but it'll get you to, let's see, here we go, 23 feet tall, and it's a multi-band vertical. This is the DX Commander Venture. It literally, you go straight up. You have like nothing for ground. I mean, you have radials if you can, but that's minimal. Ah, there you go. Okay. So, Daryl, I will link you up here after the live stream with actually, hold on, let me see. Where's come on. Okay. Yeah, I will link you up after the live stream with the other vertical maker, and it's actually so it's Coffee and Ham Radios. They don't have a website, but you can email them or you can talk to Chuck or Ape directly here on Discord, and it's literally 25-foot vertical, so about the same as this. It's a multi-band antenna, but it doesn't have. It's literally one wire versus DX Commander, where it's multiple wires to get all the bands. And you just have to put the kit together yourself. I have a video on how to do it, a live stream where I brought Chuck on, and then I did a separate one after that, making them easy peasy to do. So after the live stream, I'll make sure I link you and Chuck or Ape up, and well, Chuck's probably the one to link you up with. So, yeah. So, welcome, and I'll get you just so I have a reminder there. Fantastic. Well, I'm glad we could help you out. And the Zygu X6100 is a neat radio. Uh, if you don't, so I don't know, since you're new, how much experience you have with the Zygu 6200 or 6100. There is another ham tuber that I would suggest taking a look at his videos, and that's temporarily offline. TO. He has a lot. Use the search term in his YouTube side, but he has a bunch of 6100 videos. So if I boop over here, let's see, he has 61 videos just on the X6100 alone. And he has videos on the 6200 and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So, Steve, aka Temporarily Offline, he is the way to go for Zygu stuff. Yeah, Lee, Chuck is the one I'm going to link him up with, so nice and easy. And yeah, T.O. does love his 6100. I do know he's playing with the 705 a bit more, though, right now. So, there you go. Oh, perfect. So you already know about T.O. Fantastic. Yeah. And Tim says the MSI Ryzen 7 32 gig is in the car, literally probably in the car on the way home right now. So, there you go. And of course, we have both Andy and Joshua saying the G90 is awesome. The G90 is awesome. It is a neat little radio, absolutely. The 6100 also is a decent radio for what it does. All right, let me hit refresh on Rob's page. I still haven't seen anything from Rob on our private chat, so that's. Rob may not be going live. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't streamed in 5 days, and the last time he streamed was a Live Pass update test stream. So, there you go. That's there. You've been playing with it for about a month, listening and learning how to operate it. Fantastic. That is one thing that a lot of newer hams don't seem to do, is they just get the radio and then go, okay, now what? They don't watch the videos. They don't play around with it. They don't try things out, within what they can do. And they just go, well, what do I do? What do I do? So watching the videos, that is absolutely wonderful. I'm glad glad to hear that you're playing around with it and learning how to operate it. Absolutely love it. Is the 6100 all band all mode? I thought it was just HF, Brian. Now you got me. Yeah, it's just HF transceiver, 10 watts. But it's a neat little radio. Roaming base says another one for the G90. Absolutely. Oh, Brian, that is a good point. And, I would be remiss to not mention that. If so, Daryl, Ham Radio DX, that's Hayden down there in Australia, and I'll bring up his channel as well. He has basically a zero to hero. You're new to ham. What do you do? Type thing. And there's his link, and he has a great channel to watch as well. Tim, what about the audio? Am I bad? What's wrong with my audio? As I touch the microphone stand, what's wrong with my audio? Audio. Joshua, how have you not met a ham in real life? There's tons of hams where you're at. You could literally go, what, 20 minutes north of you and meet Simon, right? Well, maybe 20 minutes is a stretch, but yeah, you could go meet Simon and go POTA. Actually, he would come to, whatever. Anyway, you get the idea, though. How have you not met... Okay, so Joshua, yeah, I got a couple hams I can introduce you to. Okay, I'm not touching any settings, Hollywood. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not about to. You said it was perfect earlier. I'm not about to. Nope. Sound mixer, unless I turn the fader up or down in order to mute myself. And that one I took a little too high there for a second. I'm not touching nothing. I'm leaving it all alone. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I totally get that. I'm not a single parent. I'm technically not a parent, period, but I have a family I have to help and take care of and whatnot. So I completely get it. Yeah, Simon, the crazy Aussie in Canada. Exactly. Victor Alpha 7, Bravo Indy X-ray. Or Victor Kilo 3, Bravo Indy X-ray, depending upon where he's at. I know he's back home, but I think, yeah, he's back home. I had to think about that for a second. I'm like, what time it is? Oh, Jason, you don't want me to go 2.3 dB more. If I go 2.3. If I go 2.3 dB more, all you're gonna hear is yeah. You don't want me to go 2.3 dB more. I will overdrive everything. All right, this has been great. Geez, Rob hasn't responded to messages. Let's see here. Has he made a post? Oh, he's hanging out with Izzo and Jason at the cigar lounge. I don't think he's doing a live stream tonight, guys. I don't. Let me. Yeah, I don't have anyone I can message to find out. So we're gonna go on the presumption, And I know that's a big thing to do. We're going to go on the presumption that he's not doing a live stream tonight. If he's hanging out at Cigar Bar and he's with Izzo and Jason. Oh man, Joshua, I feel for you. I feel for you. That one, I have. So my godchildren, boy and girl. Girl was born first, and yeah, that one was quite the. Let's see here. She is. Oh, jeez. I'm a horrible godparent. I don't remember their ages. They're almost 18. Yeah, they're almost 18 at this point. But I remember those days because you know, the husband was not around. So, quite interesting. Yeah, Hollywood. Jason went there, and I know you did include a JK, but yeah. All right. So where's Ape? Last I heard, he's on assignment in Nashville. So apparently the probation officer let him go to Nashville tonight or this week, whatever. Yeah. Is Josh's stream tomorrow? Yeah, I don't see why Josh wouldn't be streaming tomorrow, Joshua. I don't see why he wouldn't be at all. Okay, so that was Ham Nation, and it's because it's International Women's Month. So it's that was intentional. He was there on the back end helping do stuff, but that was all Amanda doing stuff there for the most part. I did, Bob. I'm not 100% pleased with it, but combining the shack and the studio in one, there's always going to be issues. There's always going to be problems. So yeah, it's together, but it's not. Sorry, Bob. I got a message I had to respond to there. Um, it's back together, but I'm not pleased with it, and it's just gonna have to be. It's my CDO is going nuts with it. Yeah, that's one way to put it, Joshua. He was a moderator. Yeah, he was a moderator on his own channel. Funny how that one works out sometimes. Oh, Brian, yeah, okay. So, Brian, my CDO cannot let that happen. My CDO absolutely positively cannot let that happen. I This is going to get cleaned up one day. It's just going to take quite a bit of time to do so. That's all that is. Let's see. Hollywood, I don't think he's playing DJ tonight. You might find him at a bar though. Who knows? And if you say the Smoking Ape 3 times, he should appear. So that was one. The Smoking Ape. The Smoking Ape. All right, Ape. Where you at, bro? I know you're gonna pop into chat. Your ears are burning red hot. I already know it. Let's see here. Daryl was listening in on 20 meters yesterday, heard them working the band, sounded like the gals were rolling with contacts. They were doing an awesome job. So, Daryl, here's the thing. Here's the great thing if you haven't figured this out yet. Women in ham radio, they're the minority. Simple as that. And so when there's a YL on the band, young lady, and YL as young lady is a relative term. That's any woman, basically. Any woman, any age. XYL is your married partner. So, looking at your profile pic there, I can't tell if that's YL or XYL with you, but that those are the two terms. And honestly, I did a live stream a couple years ago with a handful of people, and Amanda was one of them. And general consensus was, let's do away with YL and OAM and all that. We don't need it. We don't need it. It's not great. I even have a short on it. But yeah, so this month, and actually, let me bring that up. Jeez. Hold on. I gotta look at my other computer to remember what exactly. There we go. So, because this is important, I am going to put it out there, and I am going to let you know about it. Screen share. Here we go. Remove the comment. The Young Ladies Ham Award event, the WWA, the Worldwide Award. It's the first international radio project aimed at bringing together. Wow, they don't let you highlight here. That's interesting. Bringing together the largest number of young ladies worldwide in a single event. This event is currently ongoing. March from Monday the 9th to Sunday the 15th. So we're right at the middle of it, basically. It takes place every year in March, lasts a week. So, we're right in the middle of it right now. And so you're going to hear all the YLs out there for a while now. Let's see. I'll drop the link there. And, yeah, lots of fun. And as the joke goes, YL adds 6 dB to the signal because their voices are higher registered than most males. So there you go. Let's see here. Yeah, I cleaned up. So if it's cleaned up and I never have to adjust anything ever again, Jason, that is what I consider done. Until then, it's not done. And y'all don't want to see what I look at below these monitors. It's an absolute nightmare. Clean Shack people. Rob, who are you talking about? Clean Shack? Who's that? Never met him. Never met him. Hey, there's South Dakota Tim. Okay, so you did send an email to Freddie Mac asking him for help. All right, fantastic. I will, yeah, fantastic. Well, hopefully you get it worked out, and the console command, pretty easy once you go, oh, that's what it is, nice and easy, perfect. So hopefully you get it worked out, and I'm sure Freddie Mac will be more than happy to help out. They have asymmetrical voices, which are easier for the processor to modulate, and thus they sound louder than the males. Except Hollywood, when people like myself and others CQ Poda, CQ Poda, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air, CQ Poda, CQ Poda, CQ Parks on the air. This is Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey calling CQ Parks on the air. QRZ. I mean, it's a falsetto high, but, and I do sound like Mickey Mouse there, so hopefully I didn't get a copyright strike off of that one, but yeah, I definitely, oh, backwards. Got it. Okay. Jason's theory is the pheromones have RF properties. They might, Jason. They might. So Brian has it. I think Brian has it with this one. Women have higher pitched voices, so they stand more over the droning of a bunch of male voices. If all you hear is you're going to pick that YO out of the pile up. Absolutely. So going back here to you, Daryl. Yeah, they do an awesome job. They're great, and they rock the contacts. So every time you hear a female on air, work them. It's important. Work them. Make their day, especially the POTA and SOTA operators, because those are even more rare. Most women that I have seen, not all, most women that I've seen that are in the hobby have gotten their license only because their husband went, "Oh, come on, honey, get the license. That way we can talk on the radio when nudge, nudge, when the cell phone goes down," right? And that's why they get their license, and they hardly ever do anything with it. Oh, Tim, you pull the dirty card. You have your daughter recorded. Got it. Okay. Dirty card in a good way, Tim. Don't at me. Dirty card in a good way. Yeah. There's a bunch of people that they'll use some female in their family's voice. Like, come here real quick. Do me a favor. Talk into this and say this right here, and make that happen. You did great. Thank you. Tons of people do it. For me, I just go up a couple registers and I'm good to go. Although I do sound like Mickey Mouse. Could you imagine a whole live stream of me talking like this? Oh, boy. Daryl, don't worry. There's always next year. And there's always... I could give you a handful of call signs of women in ham radio that are active on the air, that as soon as you hear them, you'll go, "Oh yeah, they know what they're doing. They're active, absolutely." But listening is good. It teaches you how to listen properly, and how people will. There are some people that everyone operates differently. That's what I'm trying to say. For me, if I don't say QRZ and you jump ahead of that, I'm not answering you. Simple as that. So, hot tip for everybody out there in chat. If I'm out at a POTA and you don't hear me go, "This is Kilo Golf 6 November Lima Whiskey," or if I'm using the club call, "This is Kilo 7 Sierra Papa Romeo QRZ," don't hop in as somebody saying 73, because I'm going to go, "Yeah, okay. Yeah, 73. Great talking to you. This is Kilo 7 Sierra Papa Romeo QRZ." And then if you come in after that, I don't care how good I hear you. I may put you to the back of the little scribble notes that I have in my phone. It's all about follow protocol, make sure you get things right, etc., etc. So that's how I do things with my POTA. Now, if I'm operating two ops, myself and someone else, I just might whatever. But yes, Brian, just a bit of CDO, absolutely, absolutely CDO for me. Let's see here. That is capturing health easily available for the taking. Cheating. Brian, we talked about cheating already. You do whatever you can to make the contact. It's not cheating. It is not cheating. If you can make the contact, make it. Yeah. When am I going to do a CW POTA? Okay, Joshua, I'm pretty sure you've been in here the whole time. I'm pretty sure I've seen your name in here the whole time almost. Did you not hear my horrible CW going out to Dawn earlier? Yeah, I'm not about to do... What's there? Dot it, dot it, da 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 da, dot it, dit, da da da, da da dit, da dit 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 dit, da dit, da da dit, da da, da dit dit dit, da da da. And I lost a viewer doing that. That's hilarious. But I just said CQDE KG6NLW BK. That's literally what I just spelled out in Morse code. I'm nowhere near. I can get the letters out. I just can't receive them well. You know, if so, I've made a total of 2 Morse code contacts. 2. First one was Adam, and second one was Aura during his mountain goat last year. Those are the only 2 CW contacts I've made. And by definition, the Aura contact wasn't a full CW contact. It was a cross-mode contact. I could hear him on sideband. He could not hear me on sideband, but he could hear the CW. So I sent my CW, and he responded on voice. So, yeah. And that's perfectly legal. You know, again, whatever you can do to make the contact. I just need to work on the spacing. Yeah, I'm probably a little... See, that's the thing, Hollywood. Like my audio stuff, I'm either too fast or too slow. Da 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 dit, da 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 da, da da dit, dit, da da da, da da dit, da dit 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 dit, da dit, da da dit, dit da da, da dit dit dit, da da da. That's me slowed down with that. Yeah. Yeah, I think you mentioned that, Tim. I think you mentioned that she's married. Did you ever find that little sheet of paper you wrote stuff down on? Out there, see? There you go. Yeah, sorry, daughter just left the room, but here's KG6NLW. What's up? Stuttering problem on the 6. Yeah, you noticed that, Rob. Okay, yeah. No, so the 6, the number 6, for whatever reason, I know it's da, dit, 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 dit. But for me, when I'm going through my call sign, da da da, da da dit, da dit, 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 I'm literally, 6 is like the only number that I'm literally going da, dit, dit, dit. No, I go da, dit, 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 dit. I literally use my fingers because it's da and 4 dits. So I literally know da da da, da da dit, da, dit, 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 dit. No, I screwed that up. That was 5 dits. See, so I use my fingers to make sure I'm doing it right, and that's why I stutter on my 6s. Absolutely. No, I know I stutter on my 6s, and I'm working on it. I can get 73 out. Da 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 da. No, jeez, you get the idea. I have some da 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 da. There we go. Yeah, Joshua, don't try to confuse me. TNH is 6. I know, but that's just gonna confuse my brain. Okay, so Rob, Thomas is probably sending 72 because he's operating QRP. He's probably on a summit or something operating QRP, and 72 is the QRP of 73. So, for those that didn't know, now you know. 72 is the QRP version of 73. So, you know, if he sends 72, he's probably operating QRP. Joshua, the Veil adapter. Before I rip my wireless earbuds. Are you talking like a V adapter? A V band adapter? I got one of those. Yeah, there's that too. I just know 72 is the QRP way of saying 73. Tim, I will never be called Frank the Homewrecker. Trust me. I know where that boundary line is, and I don't jump it. Nope. I've seen too many relationships ruined because of that. I have a New Zealand accent on the 6? Okay, so Colin, you're gonna have to explain that one. How do I have a New Zealand accent on the 6? That's a new one for me. Because I've never heard that before. Yeah, Rob, you only do 100-watt plus, right? So, you know. Oh, jeez, Mark. Really? No. DJ Frankie Frank in the house? No DJ Frankie Frank. Frank from Wellington. Oh boy. Now we're really getting gentlemanlike here, Joshua. From Wellington? Interference? Mark, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. All right. Well, let's see here. Questions? Who has them? I'll just have to watch some Kiwi videos and listen to 6 or say fish. No more stirring the... Now you got me curious, Colin. Oh, I know where it is, Joshua. As I said, you know, we're getting all fancy up in here. Let's see. Can I Let me just pause that real quick. Does he say anything? Doesn't look like the summary says he says it. I'll have to research that, Colin, because that one is a new one to me. Lil QRP. That's the Smoking Ape, Mark. Lil QRP is the Smoking Ape's name. So I can't have that one. Notorious QR Mary, though. Yeah, the front end overload from next door. Yeah, we can see that one happening. Absolutely. DJ Frank and Beans. Not sold on it, Joshua. Not sold on it at all. But hey, that's just me. Let's see. Bring that back over there. There we go. You were stirring my 6 in CW. I'm confused, Colin. QR Mary might not be the flex you want. Sure. What, Mark? Why not? The notorious QR Mary Frankie Frank. Maybe? Eh? Eh? No? Okay. Oh, I know how I can do this. Do do do. We're gonna go the old school way, and this should work. Oh, jeez, Jason. I see that. I see that, Jason. Frequency input. 070 FM to CW. Bring this up. Okay, there we go. QR Mary Jane. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, okay. No, it wasn't Notorious B.I. Gimlet. No. Alright. Why am I only one-sided paddle here? Set. Oh, wait, hold on. That's right. It's, press and hold keyer. Edit set. Edit. No, hold on. It's edit. CW key set. Nope, that's not it. You guys are having fun watching me do this, right? Why is my key paddle not... Silly. There we go. I forgot the key does that. All right, how was that? And if I have to, I will bring the key up to show that I actually did that on the key. It's a little more awkward to do that, but I will do it. Don't hate the player, Frank. Hate the game. Audio levels blowing out your... Mark, is it the Morse code that's doing that, or is it my voice? Because if it's my voice, talk to Hollywood. Yes. I don't want to know what they glow under, Jason. I never want to know that. The less I know, the better sometimes. All right. Set the key back up on top of the radio. And turn the radio volume back down on the mixer. Let's see. 6:38. I haven't seen anything from Rob. Let me just refresh his page, because I don't want to step over Rob. If he decides to do a live, I don't want to step over him. Yeah, he hasn't said anything. Okay. Well, if I see Rob go live, I'll immediately dump to him. But I guess we get to go long tonight, chat. We get to go long. Not like an hour and 45 minutes is long enough anyway, but hey, we get to go as long as you guys want. If that number up there that is of legal age that says 18 right now, if that drops really low, I might call it. But hey, we're here to have fun, answer questions, make me look funny. I don't know. We'll see what happens. What's for dinner? I have no idea, Hollywood. So here's the thing. Y'all remember, because I'm sure you do. It's Lent. That's the right one? Yeah, because Advent is... Yeah, okay. It's Lent, and it's a Friday. So, no meat, and I don't eat seafood. I have no idea what's for dinner. I have zero idea what's for dinner. And I don't think anyone is even cooking yet. Because not my night to cook. So I don't think anyone's... Yeah, I don't see anyone in the kitchen. So No one's in the kitchen with Dinah. Do I scan the ISS downlink? Honestly, no. I haven't done any satellite stuff, and that includes the ISS. I've done no ISS stuff. Um, I probably should, but there's two channels. If you haven't found them yet, roaming, there's two channels. The first one is Digital Rancher. He is the Texas-based satellite guy, because literally all he has to do is go pluck, and he has the satellite. And then there is Tim, EOD Kaboom, and I just dropped both their links here in chat. He is the other satellite guy. And there, did it drop? Yeah, it did drop. So both of them are the satellite guys to go to. Maybe I'll try ISS. I don't know. Let's see here. I don't even know if the ISS is going to be anywhere over us right now. Let's see. The next pass is 8:38, so just under 2 hours from now. It is 17 degrees in elevation, so very, very, very low elevation. Let's see. This doesn't give me a map. I like that, but I don't like that. I like seeing the map. Yeah, this doesn't give it either. It says I'm supposed to have excellent... excellent... Oh, this isn't even using my area. That's someone else's. Okay. Let's look at AMSAT, because AMSAT's the way to go. If I can put in the right grid square here. There we go. Predict. Yeah, I don't have a good pass here, so unfortunately, no, not going to try it tonight. Okay, so Hollywood, yes, there was pork on the plate the other night. Absolutely. It is only Friday nights during Lent that Catholics are supposedly not allowed to have meat. Now, the ultra strict Catholics, this guy's family, it's no meat from Friday through Sunday. Minimum. Yeah. So, every other day of the week, no problem. Tonight, who knows what's going to happen? Oh, let's see here. Oh, I think I'm going to ignore this 1Q guy. He keeps saying, howdy everyone, DEW1Q does this. But he forgot to call me back today. He forgot to call me back today. No, hi Mitch. Good to see you in chat tonight. Oh. Okay, so here's the problem with that right now then. Is the 2-meter radio, that's the IC9700 that I have. So it literally has a satellite mode. That you just tap satellite and you're in satellite mode. That's on a vertical, not vertical Yagi. It's vertically polarized Yagi, 13 element Yagi. So I'd be getting them off the top, and it's very narrow bandwidth as they pass over, assuming I can even hear them. I could put the downlink into the radio during the overnight streams. I could definitely do that, absolutely. Let me do a little research on that. Thank you for that. That one's a good to know, good idea there, roaming base. Absolutely. Okay, EOD, 17 degrees is good. Great. What happens when there's a hillside there, and a hillside back there? Literally three sides. Granted, I'm in a valley, but I'm right up against a hillside. What happens then? Actually, can I do this without? I mean, my stuff is public anyway, but no, not that one. Okay, we'll do this. Zoom, zoomy McZoom. So, Tim, you've already seen this, but for people that haven't, and don't worry, folks, I'm not doxing myself. I'm not doing anything like that. All of my information is out there and easily findable. I'm not worried about it, and yeah. So here we go. My house, right there, red dot. Come on, red dot it. Thank you. My house. Hillside. Big old fat hillside right there behind EOD's comment. Big fat hillside, and that's to my southwest-ish. So, yeah, big old hillside. I'd miss probably a third of the pass, maybe. Ah, yes, ISS on Open Ham Clock. That's a good place to put it, Hollywood. I had it on Ham Clock, and I have it on Open Ham Clock as well. Absolutely. Jason, how would you get your protein in with the meat then? I mean, I know you can get protein other ways, don't get me wrong, but how would you get your protein in with the meat then? That's my question. Mitch, that would actually be nice if I were, but that's there. Of course I did. I'm Mitch. You know I call you out in fun. Oh, jeez, spaghetti with pineapple chunks. Hollywood, you're hopping on the pineapple train too. I'm surprised that didn't come out of Colin already. Oh yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, the downlink is 70 sims. Um, I have a 10 element Yagi, still the same polarization for that on UHF. So yeah, see, between the hillside and the wrong antennas, the picking up the ISS, I'm gonna have like that much of a window to pick them up. So, Jason, here's the fun thing about that, and I'm gonna zoom way out here on this map and then share it with you because I don't want. Actually, no, I'll just take a screenshot and share that. That way, it's vague enough without being too vague. There we go. From there to there down to there. Screenshot that, open paint, paste into paint. So, Jason, my next QTH, and it's going to make Dawn mad because I'll have even less of a noise floor than him. My next QTH, somewhere in this area of the map. Now, if I were to zoom in, because I know it's a little hard to see this, but if I were to zoom in, that goes from South Lake Tahoe and Walker Lake, it's in the west, all the way over to Baker and Garrison, in the east, and West Wendover and Montello and that area, all the way up to Jackpot and Jarbridge and Via and Andy's Place. This whole area, so I'll zoom back out again. Oh, too far zoom. This whole area is where I'm looking at for the next place, and I will sort of plans are sort of similar to Dawn, Connex containers, but the Connex container is going to be the shack and the house that the residence that I have. I'm going to be mostly like T.O., and I'll be on the road everywhere. So, that's there. Next ISS pass for Rob is 50 degrees at 0324 UTC, so hour and 20 minutes from now. Yeah, hour and 20 minutes from now. So you'll be on the 991A with a 4-foot vertical, 2 feet off the ground. Okay. Zoom out so I know location. Colin, zoom out on what? The map that I just showed or the map of my home? Because I just showed 2 different maps here. Yeah, Battle Mountain is a great location, Troy. I would go north of that line, though, honestly. If I could, I would go north of that line. But that whole area is where I'm looking at. Absolutely. Oh, you heard K6 Delta, Juliet Victor, the Green Donkey on the ISS. Yeah, so, okay, so are you on Facebook? Because if you're on Facebook, there's the 2MC group that he's an admin of. Uh, and I can drop it to you on Discord if you want, because I have the link to it. Uh, him and a few others are posting about not just ISS, but RS-44 and stuff like that in there. Oh, 0224. So in like 30 minutes. Got it. Okay. Let's see here. The neighbor has a pool. That's probably an RFI QRM issue right there. Hollywood, there's like okay, we're gonna deep dive this. All right, Daryl. Well, you're welcome back anytime, and I will remember to get you linked up with Chuck over on Discord so that if you want to try that vertical antenna kit, you can. So look for that in the morning, and feel free to come back anytime. So, all right, let's see. What was I? On. I was gonna zoom in on something here. What was I? I was gonna zoom in on. Now I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh well. Oh, pool pumps. Yeah, my backyard. Got it. Okay. See, sometimes it takes Frank a second, but it works out. Let's see. So, let me get back over here. The question is, Hollywood, which pool? This one right here? Oh, come on, highlight. Okay, I guess that's going to be the best highlight it will do. That one right there. This one right here. This one right here. This one right here. Or, where's the other one? This one right here. That's the question. Which pool pump? Because, well, as you can see, there's like 20 of them in my neighborhood. Well, not literally 20, but you get the idea. And 1 battery, 2 battery, 1 battery, 2 battery, power on. And I hear myself again. Funny how that one works. So, there you go. Okay, so halibut makes great egg beater antennas from what I've heard, Hollywood. So, yeah, egg beaters might be an idea. I'm catching up here as quick as I can. Y'all been between you guys and Nightbot. I've been on fire tonight. So for everyone listening, W1AW stroke KH2. That's Guam. There's four of them operating, and they're gonna be on and active until Tuesday. So see if you can hear Guam and get them. Why would you recommend Kansas, Jason? What? Okay, for starters, why would a coastal California guy want to go coastal California guy slash Mediterranean type person want to live in Tornado Alley for starters and Satan's butthole for second because it gets hot as Hades there. That's my question. Oh, my house. You want me to zoom out? Okay, so let me. All right. Here we go, Colin. That's my house. If I zoom out, I'm just going level by level here. There's the Pacific Ocean. Look, I'm now floating in the Pacific Ocean. Whee! I'm in the ocean! If I move this up a little bit, I am literally. So, if I draw a circle here, you can see my mouse just barely. If I draw a circle here, this is the San Francisco Bay. I'm cutting the South Bay off a little bit. I'm sorry, John. That is the San Francisco Bay Area. I am at the far north end of the bay. You can't get any further north than me in the Bay Area. Oh, and Jason, there's tons of hills around me to block the 17-foot takeoff angle. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. So not only does the railroad go through there, Troy, absolutely. Having family there is nice too. Oh, you're not on Facebook. Okay, well then, don't worry about it. I don't have to send you the 2MC group link then, because yeah, they post. There's a couple guys posting about the ISS and RS-44, and one of them's Derek. So that's where he posts his updates. So let's see here. So roaming, he did just mention that. Let's see where is it? Rob says he's gonna do it on his 991A Alpha. So yeah, he's definitely gonna do it. Let's see. The first closest to me, along with the roof solar panels. Yeah. So the so that's the thing, Hollywood. None of that stuff has been new or replaced since I got my HF rig. I've had my HF rig for 4 years now, 4 or 5 years now that I've actually been seriously playing on HF and whatnot. I've had a rig forever. I just haven't had, I've had the FT450D. That was the first rig. Um, but yeah, those solar panels and the pools and stuff, they were here when we moved in. So, yeah, they're not they're bad. Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're bad for the RFI, but they're not blanketing stuff like whatever the heck my neighbor's running. Yeah, they have a couple big rail hubs, but honestly, I don't want to work out of a big hub. I work out of a moderate sized one right now, and I'm happy doing that, Jason. I am absolutely happy enough doing that. So, Tim, if you missed that map there, and I've closed it out unfortunately now, basically, if you drew a line across the state of Nevada from Salt from Salt Lake, right? from South Lake, yeah, if you draw a line across the state of Nevada from South Lake Tahoe, just go straight across it. Everything north of that, that's where I'm looking at. That's gonna be, yeah. So it's because one, it's high desert, so it doesn't get super hot and it doesn't get super cold. So it's perfect for the Frank issues that Frank has with hot and cold. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it, and that, yeah, definitely out of California for sure. Let's see. One last refresh on Rob's page, real quick, because it is the top of the hour here. Let's see. There's 3 hours ago with that. Nothing on the live page, so I'm in the clear as far as I'm concerned. We're gonna stream as long as y'all want. Let's see. I could run a locomotive in a hump yard, go home at the end of the day every day with a fit schedule. Jason, I could, yes. That's boring as all get out, though. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That is just absolutely the the most boringest of boring jobs on the railroad. And if I were to move, you know, for whatever reason, if I were to move to Kansas and get a job out of one of the big rail yards there, I would lose my seniority, so I would have to work my way back up the food chain in order to do that. I'm happy where I'm at right now on the food chain, so I don't want to get I don't want to lose that. That's what that comes down to. So, oh, 37 seconds until the goal runs out. 30 seconds. So, there you go. Awesome. Um, yeah. Any other fun questions, folks? I mean, you guys gotta ask me what you want to ask me. It can, you know the drill. Ham, railroad, photography. What is it? Driver 8 REM. I'm confused, Hollywood. Can we get clarification here? What do you mean by this? I do believe I'm on Ultra. Oh, crap. Okay. So, I was wondering why things were a little tonight. Apparently, Frank here thought he put the stream on ultra low latency. Frank did not put the stream on ultra low latency. So instead of, 2 to 6 seconds like normal for response and call here, it's closer to like 10 to 14 seconds before you hear what I say. Yeah, because I'm just now talking about this delay here. Great. Okay. It's a song. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. So you lost me there. Yeah, I got the audio right, but the latency, it's literally it's literally not ultra. Oh, hey, my brother is downstairs cooking. Can I tell what he's cooking? Song about train. Okay, now you have me curious, Hollywood. I was trying to do like 3 other things already, so hold on. Let's just I'm gonna come in here. So pro streaming tip from Frank. You get your pro streaming tip of the night. Let's see. I'm not showing. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not showing anything I don't want to show here. Fantastic. All right. Let me switch over here. So right here, it's hard to see. Let me plus that up, actually. Oh, yeah, that's going to be much better. All right, so right here, you can see there are three options for stream latency: normal, low, and ultra low. For Q&As like this, or like what Tio does with Nuggets, or like what Josh does with the after chat and that sort of stuff, generally speaking, you want the ultra low latency. That way it's no more than about 6 seconds delay from the time I say, "Hey Josh, what's your favorite question to ask me?" You hear that 6 seconds later, and you can respond. So I'm not waiting, 10 plus seconds on normal latency for you to respond to me. And I thought I had said that, but apparently not. And then we are going to look up what this driver 8 rim is, because now you got me. And yes, I'm just going to read the lyrics to myself. Huh. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll have to go listen to that after the live stream, because I'm not about to get a copyright strike on a live stream. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, I have that saved in my history there. Let's see here. Used to have a vacation home on South Shore of Lake Tahoe back when you were younger, and used to ski a lot. Sometimes you wish you still had that house. Would have made a great spot for HF. I bet it would have, Tim, but with today's touristy stuff on South Lake, who knows? Yeah, no copyright strike, Hollywood. Not gonna happen. I made sure everything was muted and shut down and all that fun stuff, so I didn't have to worry about that. What is this? Sorry. Oh, stupid. I hate my neighbors sometimes. This is one reason why I want to move to the middle of nowhere. One of my cameras just activated in the front yard, and it's like, do you have motion detection? No, it's just my stupid neighbor parking their truck in front of the mailbox. What grinds Frank's gears tonight? Parking in front of the mailbox, apparently. Okay, so you guys are beyond my knowledge of punk radio music. Yeah, no. But it's still, Jason, it may be the middle of nowhere, but it's still in Tornado Alley. And it's hotter than Satan's. Yeah, for a Mediterranean coastal boy like me. So, I'm sorry, but no. I don't think you're going to get me into. I really don't think you're going to get me into Kansas. I don't think that's going to be a thing. Oh, sure. Yeah, let me just break out the ruby slippers real quick. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Yeah, sure. Absolutely, Jason. Sure. Right on it. Right on it. No. No. Absolutely not. But I will be right back. Chat. Yo, let's see here. Where's Mitch? WU1Q. Mitch, are you still in here? Mitch. Well, even if Mitch isn't in here, chat was right. It's pasta for dinner. At least for me. I get some spaghetti. Yum yum. I had to go ask. I had to go ask. I couldn't tell, so I had to. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place. Yeah, uh huh. There's no place like QTH. QT Henry. Yeah, my QT Henry. Wait, don't say that faster, Frank. Don't just brain engaged and thought about that. Yeah, that's been a while for sure, Tim. Absolutely. That's definitely been quite a while since yeah, South Lake has definitely grown up since then. Absolutely. I mean, I'm only 37, Tim, and in my 37 years of being around, it's grown up. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, that's already a chore to set up. Tim, EOD Tim, it can't be that bad to set up. I mean, okay, so it is Windows 11. I do know that. So Windows 11 is a pain from what I've heard. I'm still on 10, and I hate 10. Honestly, I've hated everything since XP. If we could have a current day XP that worked, I'd be happy. But I showed you in screenshot form in our chat the little shortcut to make the OBS install nice and easy for you of switching stuff over. So there you have it. You don't have to worry about that too much. Oh yeah, see you're lucky, Radio Tim. I'm just gonna call you Radio Tim. Because you'll be Radio Tim and EOD will be EOD Tim. Um, if we get another Tim in here, I don't know. Well, depends upon which Tim comes in. But yeah, an S1 to an S2 is not a bad noise floor at all. You know, you saw my noise floor on 20 with nothing at all. So yeah, Jason, so have I. But the problem with it is, especially with streaming, it is 99% Windows based. My Mac, we tried that. My iMac, we tried that when I first got it back in late October, early November, somewhere around there. We tried that, and yeah, it didn't work out too well. So, you know, trust me, if I had a newer Mac, yeah, absolutely, I would move everything over to the Mac. And that's literally a simple unplug it from the PC, plug it into the Mac, and hit the road. That's how easy that is. But unfortunately, I'm restricted to. Can I? I can do it phonetically. I'm restricted to Win Bravo Lima Oscar Whiskey Sierra. Just saying. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one, Cyber Jason. A little more flexibility with scenes on OBX in Linux. Really? I have. Okay, so now I'm curious because I have tons of flexibility in OBS with Windows. You can add window elements across virtual desktops. Pretty sure you can do that here too, because all I do, say I want to share my top right screen. I just, oh, wrong one. That screen. Yeah, just push of a button, and I literally make sure I hit the right button here. Right now, I'm just using my small Stream Deck. Where I love y'all can't really see the buttons because they. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just. So what happened earlier is this is my main scene, which is the scene I'm in now. This is my general outro button. So earlier when I was coming back from the monitor scene, I was right here between the two, and I depressed the general outro like this instead of the main. So, yeah. Oh, compared to Mac OS, if I want to get away from Windows. Yeah, I want to get away from Windows, but I don't know. I'm sure it'll work fine. I'm not scared per se, but I don't want to install Linux on this box, and I said Linux, not anything else you might have heard. I don't want to install Linux on this box and run into an issue and not be able to get Windows back and then be out of a streaming computer altogether. If I had another computer I could sacrifice for it, sure, not a problem. But I'm not about to sacrifice this one because that's that's a big sacrifice, especially considering my C drive and my D drive are like almost completely filled up at this point. I mean, I have 13.7 on the C drive and 272 available gigs out of 2.72 terabyte. I literally have 10% left on my D drive, and I have 13.7 out of 118 gigs on the C drive. So, yeah, I'm not trying to screw stuff up yet. Yeah, I need to get one. And, yeah, Hollywood, I could dual boot. I would need to get an external SSD that would hook up via USB or something similar to. Well, no. So if I were to put the SSD into the tower with Linux, I would have to get another cable, another internal IDE cable and power cable extension and all that sort of stuff. If I plugged it in via USB, you run the issue of the USB failing and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Oh, this tower that I'm on right now, Jason, is not. It's new, but it's not new enough to have an NVMe drive. They still have physical, not old school IDE, but SATA, eSATA connector hard drives in them. So they don't even have a place for the NVMe's yet on this computer that I have. So I'm not. Yeah. Anything I do is going to be a year or two down the line anyway. So yeah. Probably when I move to that open spot in the middle of nowhere, Nevada. That's probably what that'll be. If I'm to be 100% honest. All right, roaming base. Good luck catching the ISS, and hopefully you hear Rob on it. What's funny is you all aren't too far away from each other. So ISS pass. Yeah. It's already time. Jeez, time flies when you're having fun, chat. Time flies. Let's see. I need to WD-40 that already. Jeez. Time flies when you're having fun. There we go. As it squeaks around. Frank does dual boot in Kansas. Got it. Yeah, but Do I DOS boot in Kansas too, Jason? Have fun, Colin, and yeah, I know that feeling. We talked about that last night in the distraction squirrel part. Oh, I had Jason set me up for it, Tim. You know, dual boot, DOS boot. He set me up for it. I had to. Oh yeah, I Troy. That's basically what's in the computer right now is a solid state drive with SATA form factor for the plug. Absolutely, it's the NVMe that is not in this computer. That's the one. Yeah, I need to I need to lubricate the joint right here to get rid of the squeak. That's what I'm talking about, Hollywood. Yeah. That squeaky here? Yeah. See, I've always used WD-40 to silence stuff, and it works. So it may be a water displacer, yeah, but it works. Either way, I'll have to get rid of it. Das Boot is a submarine movie, yes, but boot and Das Boot is actually pronounced more like boat. Das Boot? No, Das Boot. Das Boot. Das Boot, Jason. You know, the frunk? The frunk and the trunk? Yeah. Correct. No spinny on the hard drives. Yeah, absolutely. No spinny at all on the hard drives, Troy. I don't know, Lee. So when I got this, I had to upgrade stuff and I had to, push all the new stuff into it and everything. I don't remember if I have a PCIe slot available. I have no clue. Yes, Jason. Yes. Das Boot. Das Boot is the frunk. Not the Frank, the frunk. I love to play on words. I honestly love it. Okay, chat. Where are we at? How are we feeling? Where are we at with this? Are we feeling good? What's going on? Who has a question? Question, Frank? Maybe? 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 Right, not Frank. Frank. But the frunk. The front trunk. The frunk. Oh, Tim, I'm going to keep going until... So, that magic red number up there, it is getting lower towards where I would cut off, but it's not there yet. Do you export profile? Yes. So, okay. Let's see. Hold on, Tim. Let me do this without. Can I do this one? Yeah. Okay. Give me just a second here, Tim, because I have to do some Frank magic here. Now I can widen that out a little bit, and so you come up here to File, and you go to Show Profile Folder right here. if you go into that profile folder, literally just copy everything that's in that folder on the old computer to the new computer. Install OBS first, but literally just copy that whole folder over from computer A to computer B, and you'll be good to go. Vert the Bert the dirt Frank Vert the Vert the dirt. Yep, exactly, Jason. That's what I sound like. When I talk to you guys, I sound fine. The rest of the time, that's exactly what I sound like. Absolutely. The Ella telephony for us. What's okay? Is this my age showing Hollywood? Oh, that okay. Let's hear. Is Paul still in here? Prep him, Paul. Are you still in here? I'll give you 3 extra seconds. Once there was an elephant who tried to use the telephone. No, I meant an elephone who tried to use the telephone. Dear me, I am not certain quite that even now I've got it right. However it was, he got his trunk entangled in the telefunk. The more he tried to get it free, the louder buzzed the telefee. I fear I'd better drop the song of Elephop and Telephone. All right, Hollywood. How was that? I do good with that. That so that brings back memories. But yeah, I had never known it by that name. I knew it as the elephant's telephone. Why I knew it as that? I don't ask. I have no clue. But yeah, there you go. Let's see. Sorry. I'm not going to give this away much, but I'm sort of is the key word. Let's see. There we go. I'm sort of lurking on my brother, watching him cook pasta for dinner. Yeah. Got to do the lurking, right? You know, like in chat. You lurk in chat. Does it? That should still work. Let's see. Does it lurk? We'll find out. Hey, it does. Good. I'm glad. I was worried about that. I am now lurking in the chat. Watch out. But yeah, we're definitely having pasta. I can see the pasta pot and the strainer, and he's using the pasta ladle. All right, enough chit chat. So, who was watching the Ham Radio Kids Table this last Wednesday? Huh? Who caught the kids' table this last Wednesday? Anyone? I'd love to know who caught kids' table. Really? Just Nightbot responded. I love it. I know I'm on normal latency, but wow. Now you all making me curious what I'm getting out. Oh, chat's playing with me tonight. Yeah, chat's playing with me. So no one caught kids' table this week. No one at all. wow. Okay. So, y'all are gonna actually, because I was on it, and I can mute it. Let's see. Can I find it by scrubbing? Yeah, apparently everyone missed it. Oh, EOD Tim caught a little bit. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. Let me pull this up here. Full screen it. Screen share. Go over here. Oh, I guess I should put myself back over here. So watch my square up there in the top right corner very carefully. So that is my brother Tim. He is the one that does the feedings of the foods. So there you go. Let's see. You smell a restream coming up. A restream of what? Of Kids Table? What kind of restream are we talking about, Troy? Because I have a ton of stuff I could restream. God, this normal latency is killing me tonight. I swear I put it to low latency. Oh well. Yeah, and there's no way to... Yeah, I can't change it. Yeah. Well, just a little bit of the kids' table. But, you know, if you missed the kids' table, you should go check it out. Because we ain't your grandpa's ham radio, and we talk about a lot of fun stuff there. And I just dropped the link in the chat, so you know, go clicky click and make the thing go subby sub and have fun there. Because you never know what you're gonna find at the kids' table, especially if I'm around. I bring all the fun stuff. No, I'm joking. Everybody brings fun stuff, but I'm Frank. I'm Narf, the funny guy. And if you don't understand what Narf is, think about my name. Because that'll answer that one. So, chat. Let's see. What questions might you have? Or are we all out of questions? Or are we bored of Frank now? Or is the normal latency just absolutely killing me tonight? Or a combination thereof? I bet it's a combination thereof. As I wait for responses. Because my silly butt didn't put things in ultra low latency. Ah, yes, Troy. So, Powder Power, Julian Vaughn, they do live stream at the same time on Wednesday nights as we do, 5 p.m. our time. So, yeah, there is unfortunately a bit of overlap there, but we picked Wednesday nights first a year ago now. Has it been a year? Seems like it's been a year. So, yeah. But, you know, that's what multiple monitors are good for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and vertical 7. I can have, well, okay, if I did Chrome side by side or Edge side by side or whatever, I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different live streams going at the same time. That's sort of kind of what Andy Callie does, I think, because he's in all the live streams. All right, let's see. Tim, that's a loose cable in. Was that loose in the box, or give me some background for that, Tim? EOD Tim, give me some background for that cable there, because if that was loose in the box, yeah, TiVo for YouTube, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, so EOD Tim, was that loose in the box, or was it yeah, you gotta give me an answer here if you're watching. Well, just in case you're not watching, I just responded. He sent me a picture of a cable and was like, "What is this and where does it go?" And I'm like, if that was loose in the box, we might, yeah, manufacturing quality control issues, to say the least. All right, Jason, you have a great evening. So that is a data connector cable, and that generally is inside the tower of the computer to connect multiple hard drives to. So that goes from the hard drive to the motherboard. And Jason, you have a great evening, and just remember, I'm always somewhere, even if it's not in Kansas. Oh, Jason's gonna miss out on a fun thing here in about a minute or less. So, no one else get out of here because then you'll miss out on it. Jason left way too soon. Well, not way too soon, but just a little bit too soon. So, Tim, what I would do is if the computer boots up fine, just keep it in the bag for now. And just keep it in a place you remember where it is. Uh, if the computer doesn't boot fine, then we're going to have to get. I'll have to get a get a Zoom thing going. My Zoom thing going with you, and we're going to have to figure things out from there. Joshua, Frank's giving away a 7300. You wish. You wish. Yeah, Troy, that's exactly what I'm thinking it is. It's probably a spare SATA cable. Absolutely. All right. I don't know if you saw that. Let's see. What's the delay team replay show? Uh, do. See, because I'm watching my own stream in studio on the backside here. Let's see. Do you guys see that? Oh, just barely. So, the magical moment. Simple, easy, delicious. Doesn't have garlic though. Oh no! Oh, oh no! Mike, $20 is $20. Come on and zoom. Isn't that? No, that's chameleon, right? Zoom. I don't know that one though. 7,300. Mike, you are hilarious. Hilarious. Woohoo! Yeah, absolutely. So, Mike, So, Mike, what you're saying, what you're saying in my chat is Friday on Northeast Hams, y'all are giving away a 7300 Mark II. That's what I'm hearing there, Mike. You know, for the Northeast Happy Hour, y'all are giving away a Mark II. Well, Troy, now that I've done it up a little bit, well, done my own thing. There we focus. Thank you. There we go. White butter. Let's see. There's your ASMR for tonight. A great ASMR, Frank, right? Right? Yeah. Oh, it was a PBS Kids show in the 70s. Okay. So, before my time. That's what you're saying. Mike, speaking of Northeast Happy Hour, you and I need to talk later. You know, East Coast to West Coast type thing. We need to talk later. Troy, I wish we don't do pesto that often. When we that's all. No, there we go. All right. When we do pesto, it is a special treat. It's not an everyday thing. It's a special treat, and you will be darn tootin'. It's like triple the garlic of what a normal person is used to because Italian. Hello. Um, yeah. Let's put it this way. We use garlic like Frank, like Tank Radio Frank, likes his beans hot. So, hey Lee. Okay, so yeah, I think I remember seeing you in chat that night. Yeah, so you got to meet Tim, the cooker of foods for the house. Yeah, no worries, Mike. It's a long term thing and complicated and stuff. You go get some sleep and we'll chat later. Wait, Radio Tim, I'm not in your backyard right now. No, I'm not. I'm. Well, the picture here says I'm just outside Truckee, California. If I didn't have the green screen up, but yeah, no, I'm definitely not in South Dakota right now, Tim. You're good. Only one contact on that pass. November 6th, Lima, November. Not a good pass with your antenna. Too many things in the way. Oh, okay. Well, hey, at least you made one contact. That's the important part, Rob. One contact, that's great. Oh, you love complex. Mike, I don't know if you're going to love this complicated, though, but you're my go to trusted person for Northeast stuff, so yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see here. I love it. Rob just now responded a minute ago. So, Rob is feeling better, but he's at Hamside this week, so no live stream. Radio Tim, another 7300 Mark II or 7300? We are not giving away any radios tonight, folks. Let's see. Lee, you have a good point. Those from New Orleans always pull a very different and special thing. Absolutely. But no, Lee, we use garlic to the point that the vampires' great grandfathers would be scared of us. So we're talking like cavemen of vampires would be scared of us. So, yeah. Yeah, we're still here. And Mark, you and Mitch were right for dinner. Pasta. Oh, yeah, tomorrow is Pie Day. That is right. And pizzas at 7-Eleven are $3.14. Now, is that a whole pizza or a slice of pizza? Because if it's a slice of pizza, it's cheaper normally. If it's a whole pizza, great. Fantastic price. So, Rob, I have the once dropped, still usable, has a sticker on the bottom side or on the top side that says this side of the radio, 7300, and I love it. That thing's not going anywhere. Oh, to swish it around in the bowl. Okay, so this right here. That's what you're talking about, Radio Tim. Got it. Yeah, Lee. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's same here. Pretty much. That's how it all came down. What's it like to have DoorDash, Joshua? I mean, your city is like 1,000 times bigger than mine, but what's it like having DoorDash? Here in Cloverdale, DoorDash is when we go to the store and get it ourselves. Yeah, that's how bad it is here. And a whole pizza, $3.14. I'll take that. That not a problem. Absolutely, I'll do that. Oh yeah, I love the pesto, but as I said, it's a special treat around here, Radio Tim. It's not an everyday thing. Let me respond to Rob real quick. So Pepe, I don't know if you're still in chat. Uh, if you're lurking at least, obviously no late shift tonight. Rob is at Hamshy, Hamsci, and he is feeling better. So just to repeat that, just so that it's out there again. Let's see. You know, only because this is making me so hungry, and I don't eat on stream. I'm probably gonna kill this in 10 minutes. So we'll see what happens here. Yuck. I'm sorry, Hollywood. No. No anchovies. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. Okay, good. Glad you heard me on that, Pepe. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we have so between Mike and 2MAK, myself and Rob, we have a whole Friday group coordination chat so that we don't step on anybody, we don't go over anybody. We make sure as much as we can everything is coordinated. So he finally gave the answer. When he's probably busy at the cigar lounge and didn't see stuff until now. Well, a few minutes ago, but still. And it's 10:51 out there. Yeah, 22:51 out there for him now. So it's past late shift start time for him anyway. So EOD Tim, one thing, and okay, so let me actually. I am going. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't like that on that. Squeak. tweak this over here so y'all can hear me a little better. One thing I don't like about pop-out chat is it doesn't let you do things easily. So I have to come over to the iMac to do things. So I'm starting a poll right now. So I just started a poll, and I want your guys' honest answer before I talk about it. I have a reason for asking. Okay, so Mike, aka N2MAK Pepe, he streams with the Northeast guys with the Northeast Happy Hour on Live Free and Ham. And that happens once a month. So we try and coordinate so that if they go early enough or they're gonna jump over me, or so that everything works out. That's what that is. All right, Andy, you have a great morning at 3 a.m. Go get some sleep, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for me, later today for you. 73, Andy. Have a good one. So there's a reason why I have this poll up right now. And I'm not going to have it up for long. I'm only going to have it up for a couple minutes, but I'm curious. Oh, Mike, yes. Shameless plug for the 5-2 Simplex Challenge. So, if y'all don't know what that is yet, let me just make sure the link is still good. So, for those that don't know, Mike, N2MAK, is doing a 2-meter Simplex Challenge, and I just dropped a link to it here. By the way, thank you, Mike, for the $5.20, 5-2, for the Simplex plug here. I love it. It's hilarious. Okay, let me bring that up here. Oh, is it going to stay paused automatically? Yes! Okay, that is great. So, for those that don't know, the link that I just dropped will bring you directly to Mike's video about what the 5-2 Simplex Challenge is. The short and sweet of it, get on 2-meter Simplex. I'm pretty sure Colin's no longer here, but Colin, if you watch on Team Replay, or Andy, if you watch on Team Replay the rest of this, on your proper Simplex frequencies, of course. But go check out Mike's video. I just dropped it in chat with an easy-to-remember link, tinyurl.com/2metersc. Share that link everywhere you can. There you go. Now where's my mouse? There's my mouse. All right, Radio Tim, you have a great evening. Oh, the Chocolate Lab brought you your shoes. That's fantastic. That is a well-trained puppers right there. All right, you go enjoy that late-ish night walk, and we'll catch you later. And with that being said, I not only am I 4 minutes shy of the 3-hour mark, we've hit what I consider the limit for my channel at this point to make or break. So, yeah, 10 active watchers is where it is. Your YouTube thumbnail has turned into the most ever viewed photo of Baofeng Mini. Absolutely. And it's that amber colored Baofeng Mini too. I love it. I love it. Of course, Mike. We got to help promote not just 5-2 Simplex, but it gets you more traffic on your channel too. So, there you go. Yeah, so everybody go check out Mike's video. Again, as I said, it's I'm done pointing for the night. tinyurl.com/2meter SC for Simplex Challenge. And yeah, go check that out and have fun with 5.2 because we got to keep 5.2 alive. And Mike, I'll send you a link for it. But Derek, who we've been talking about on and off in chat tonight, he's a big 5.2 guy out here, so I think you'll like some of his stuff too. Maybe I'll send it to you. Send him your stuff. I don't. Anyway, that'll be part of what I send you. Anyway, let's see here. Ramble. Ramble, rumble. That's how I'm feeling right now. With that, though, folks, are there any last questions or anything, any dying questions? Not literally dying, please don't die on me. But any, like, you gotta know tonight in the next 2 minutes an answer to a question that I might be able to answer. Now's your chance. Now is your chance. And I am actually gonna even, let's see here, where's that, where is, there's that. We're gonna put that right there. And we're just gonna, all right, there you go. You got 1 minute. 1 minute. And yeah, Rob, so Mike has a good point here. Yeah, I lose my voice up here in NorCal too whenever I'm calling on 5.2. But there are times where, you call long enough, you're going to get an answer. There was an answer that I got. There was an answer I got on 5.2, and I logged it on QRZ, and this was back in October, and the guy just now emailed me and was like, hey, I have this request from you on QRZ for a confirmation, and I have no idea, all my HF logs don't have you in it. What's up with this? And so I had to explain that I log Simplex contacts. So, well, Joshua, the timer's up, but that timer was how long you had to ask me any last-second questions, and Pepe made it in under the timer there. Why did the 520 chat not count for the 5 super chat? Because, Pepe, I was expecting to end at my normal time. So I usually go from, now it's midnight UTC to 0145 UTC. And so I only set the timer, because you set a timer on the goal for however long you plan to be, and it goes up to 3 or 5 hours. I only go for about 2 hours. So I set the timer for 2 hours, and it ran out an hour ago now at this point. So that's why it didn't count for the super chat goal. Joshua, exactly. But there are some people, Colin, that won't log digital voice contacts. So DMR, D-Star, Fusion, the All-Star, those sort of stuff. There are people that don't log that. Technically, for the most part, they're Simplex contacts, but they're digital in format, and they don't log them. Why? I don't know. We'll have to ask Colin that next week. But, yeah. What amateur radio bands do you use least between 2 meter and 80? 6, because it never seems, the Magic Band never seems to be open here in Northern California, and 80. I think those are my 2 least used bands, Mike. Quite honestly. The repeaters are kind of like 80 meters, and really? They're all medical, Rob? Okay, Pepe. Yeah, that's why it didn't count, is the timer literally ran out. But with that, folks, tomorrow, Josh over at Ham Radio Crash Course EOD Kaboom's going to try and live stream again tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. I may be helping him. We'll see what happens there. Tomorrow morning, Coffee and Ham Radios, maybe. I don't know. Well, who knows with them. Sunday morning in the park with Tim, Grayman Poda, Jim at Ham Church. Coffee Break Net is every single day of the week here on Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank. You too can get in via All-Star 51018. That's the Whiskey 6 Echo Kilo machine, w6ek.org. I have a wonderful intro song to my live streams for that in the mornings. Hopefully more people stop on by. I know Pepe, among others, have stopped by to get in and say hello. And yeah, let's see. You bet I use 80 meters a lot more than 30 and 60. You would be surprised, Joshua. I use 30 and 60 a bit more than that. But with that, 73, y'all, and I'll see you next time.